Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Alright, ready. Let's talk wrestling.
All right, Me Podcast, you listen, and we are here, 14-year veteran of the Squared Circle, to help us with our insight. None other than multi-champion, the German Dread, the Great Destroyer, the Munich Mauler, the Ramrock.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for that incredible introduction, MC. Always love being a part of this show. Thank you guys very much.
Happy to have you here. So we're going to jump right in this one for anybody who's looking for straight-up predictions. So we know there are, 13, I think, matches to get through as of right now, with a battle royal being clamored for on the internet right now for the women that get their flowers. Apparently there's a male battle royal on SmackDown, but we'll jump right in. Night one, we're talking WrestleMania 40 here, folks. Night one, it's going to take place April 6th. Saturday, night one, we got probably leading off, I believe, if this is the match order correctly, we have it, Rhea Ripley, who has held the Women's World Championship for almost a year now, or maybe it is a year, depending on the date of last year's WrestleMania. She will defend that title against Becky Lynch. Rock, who you got in this one?
This is such a difficult match to actually make a prediction for, because I was actually just talking with my wife about this, who is a massive Becky Lynch fan. What an incredible moment.
To Mrs. Ramrock.
Yeah, when she saw, we actually were at the Royal Rumble when Becky Lynch won that Royal Rumble, her first one. We were there live, and to see my wife's face just light up with so much excitement to see her favorite wrestler win the Royal Rumble was such a cool moment for me. It was more fun watching her reaction, than but at the same time, like, Rhea has just been incredible. She has been on a massive roll. She's way over. Like, she's almost in that weird, like, category. She's in a heel faction, but she's the baby face in the faction. Like, she's just so over. And so, honestly, sorry, fans of the show, I can't pick a winner of this. I'm just going to sit back, watch, and enjoy this fight. This is actually one of my most highly anticipated matches on the WrestleMania card.
Is it because Rhea Ripley's accent is what makes her a fan of hers, because she sounds like she does? Not Rhea Ripley, I'm sorry.
Becky Lynch.
Is it because of her accent that makes you a fan? Because Rhea Ripley has that type of, like, mysterious, she's kind of that China type of character. So
yeah, she's a big powerhouse and she looks cool. I mean, it's hard to not like that. She looks freaking cool. So
she's paired with,
I think Becky Lynch sounds like a dude.
Heel.
She sounds like a dude. So
she's paired with Dominic Mysterio. So arguably, you would think by association, the chorus of boos he gets, but that just shows, just like what you're saying, is that she's so over that mommy is basically.
I don't like when they say mommy. That just
kind of weird
for me.
It's kind of weird.
That's her name. That's her nickname.
Yep.
But I think Becky Lynch, dude, she's like the I think it's the voice. She does a good job. Sounds like the part. I think it's why people.
She sounds tough. Yeah. And she's like, the thing that I like about Becky Lynch in the ring specifically is, like, she's one of the only few wrestlers that has, like, that sense of urgency to win a match. Like, she's not out there just trying to hit a bunch of spots. Like, she's actually, like, trying to win all the time. And so it's really fun to watch her.
I got Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I've got Rhea Ripley, and then we got Rock, who would be the tiebreaker with.
He's in the middle.
Undecided.
He's in the middle.
I'm undecided. I can't pick either one because this is going to be a really fun match to watch, honestly.
If it leads off WrestleMania night one, or just obviously the both nights in general, I think it's a good choice. So right now, that's where it's slotted at.
This would be a hot opener, and quite frankly, this could be a main event on either night. Honestly, it really could be. I mean, maybe not against what the real main event, But it's I could definitely see this being the main event of night one for sure.
And
Yeah.
for all those people out there, hot opener is a term they use.
Hot opener. Yep. The opening match is always called the hot opener for all the listeners.
Baby. Tune
Coach
in.
JC
Peacock.
with the comedic term opener. Coach JC is exciting. Coach JC over there on the side.
I'm not.
When you think
shut up.
Open comedian.
This weekend, April 5th and 6th, stir crazy Peoria. Go to there, buy tickets,
and you'll get
Coach
to see
JC,
WrestleMania with
everybody.
Coach JC.
Also a comedy expert.
Yep. I want to wrestle. I want to wrestle your local comedian that goes to your shows. I'm fucking up. I'm fucking
hit him with a
You
chair.
know what?
Smash.
We need to book this match. Absolutely, Chris Bennett versus Coach JC.
I will smash him. Not even not even comparable.
Yeah, you probably will.
Logan Cage in a cage match against
versus the
comedians. The Mankini. Wow.
Bow my neck up. That's why I wear a CPAP machine. All right, go ahead. Go.
All right, we're next match in order. We got the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. We'll run down a teams here real quick and get your predictions. We got the defending champions of Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor, defend against DIY, Johnny Gargano, who suffered a injury scare. He teams with Tommaso Ciampa as DIY. They also face the Awesome Truth, Miz and R-Truth reuniting for this. The New Day, who I was surprised to hear the record at WrestleMania. This is Kofi and Woods. The New Catch Republic also in this match. That is Pete Dunne and the Big Strong Boy. And yeah, I think that's all 16. Oh, 8-Town Down Under, the final team as of right now.
Can I ask a question
Austin
here?
Theory and Grayson Waller, baby.
You got it, yes.
This is a 6-man tag team match for ladder?
6-team. This is a tag team ladder match.
So
12? There's 12 men in this matchup here for
in one ring?
For two
They're
sets of
splitting
titles.
the titles, though. They're going to hang both pairs of titles up in this stipulation. They just announced that, too.
Really? So if you get one pair, that's what's going to happen. Wow.
Yeah, they're going to split the titles.
Wow. So to ask the question, though, are they wrestling at the same time, 12 people?
Same time.
Yes.
So it's like a battle royal with ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
basically.
much. So there's going to be two winners.
Not
necessarily, but you think that's going to happen.
I'm going to have to watch
Yeah,
that.
there could be.
Happen. Yeah,
and while we're on that topic,
cool.
I think that Austin Theory and Grayson Waller take the Raw tag team titles. And for the SmackDown tag team titles, I would love to see DIY do it. You know, those guys were hot on the indies for a long time. This is their big WrestleMania moment. I don't think either one of these guys have had it. And that's who I'm going with. I want to see DIY take the SmackDown titles. And I think Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, they've been hot recently, and I think they're going to take the Raw titles.
I think the New Day, because I'm all about records, and that's one thing I don't have in front of me. Otherwise, I would probably have a lot better, probably accurate predictions. But I think the New Day, having never won at WrestleMania or only Kofi himself, I think they're winning one of those pairs. I didn't know this was going to side both. I think New Day takes Raw then, and I want to say the New Catch Republic will get the SmackDown ones.
How's that going to
I can't hate on the New Day taking that. You know, the New Day has been awesome, and they've been, I mean, to be honest, I haven't been too much up on the product, but it's hard to bet against them. They were one of the most dominant tag team champions for many, many years. So yeah.
How's that going to work though? Are they going to have ladders, like multiple ladders in there?
Yeah, it's basically going to be like a TLC match, you know, where whoever the first team climbs up and pulls the belts down is the winner. But
have we seen this?
6 teams, there's 12.
Have you seen this before?
Not this many people.
No, not this many teams, and not 2 sets of titles. Which once Rock said that, if that's the case, I could totally see one guy grabbing one title for one team, one brand, and the other one having the other, and they both fall off the ladder, basically. So that's probably what's going to happen.
Anybody get hurt in this one?
One
I
guy's
hope
already
not.
hurt. One guy's
I
already
hope
hurt.
not.
Gargano has already got it was like a neck scare or something, or
With
stingers.
that many people in the ring with ladders, there's got to be some kind of risk here, man.
It's gonna suck.
Finn Balor had
That's-
an egg on his head recently from a house show too, so hopefully
got a
he's
black
in good
eye.
condition.
Yeah, he's got a black eye right now
Yep.
in the Raw talk. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
Coach JC, you got any skin in this game?
Who do I pick?
Yeah, do you got any skin?
If I had to just take my finger and put it down in a little list of people you get me, I would go with DIY. There you go.
All right, for both titles.
Yeah, why not? Well, I think they should
All
take
right.
both titles. I think they should just fuck it all up and just take everybody there. The championship at both areas.
There it is. That might happen, might not. We'll
It
see
would
what
be
happens.
cool if it did. That way they would have to show up at each individual show and wrestle.
It may happen. It may happen.
Maybe fun.
All
Could
right.
happen.
We got next on the list. We got Rey Mysterio tag teaming with young sensation Dragon Lee. They will take on
Rey
Rey's son.
Mysterio still wrestles.
Yes, he will wrestle his
Mhm.
son again at a WrestleMania. Dominic is teaming with Santos Escobar of Legado del Fantasma. So this should have probably been a 5-man.
Is this
match.
a lucha? Is this a lucha show?
Unfortunately, yeah, this is probably gonna be a lucha heavy tag team match. This will be a very exciting match. So, Rock, who do you got in this one?
Yep. Dominic and Santos take this win simply because Rey surprisingly won during his singles match with his son at last year's WrestleMania. I was really expecting Dominic to win that match. I was expecting Dad to put his son over, but with as much heat as Dominic had, and let's face it, one of the best WrestleMania entrances I've ever seen. They wanted the feel-good moment of, Dad going over. And so this time, Dominic definitely has to go over.
Can I just interfere here real quick? We're going out of order in your little text. So that's not what you had written here.
This is the new match order. This is actually the announced match order now.
You know what? You got to send this. I'm completely lost now.
I know, but you said you had it, didn't you?
So, all right, go ahead.
I think I was supposed to email that too. Like, son of a, I hate you.
I'm picking Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio's team. I'm gonna go with Dom and Santos. I think Rock's right. I think it goes to the way of who won last, and now it will switch. You got a new guy. Dragon Lee isn't around long enough to get his first WrestleMania win yet. So, all right, here's an interesting one that might be on Coach JC's list or not. Bro versus Bro. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. Rock, who's your pick here?
It's so hard to go against Jay, man. Jay has been, I think the Yeet thing is a little weird. I think it's a little mainstream. And I know that he was actually fighting for like copyright issues with that or something, but
somebody
he's still doing
it,
and he's over. He is crazy over. As much and as talented as Jimmy Uso is, he just doesn't have that personality like Jay does. So Jay's getting the victory in this one.
I think I'm picking Jay because it's spelled Jey. So I think I'm just picking that for that reason. You want to spell it that way? You're
JC. I'm picking Jay because he's JC.
No, because he spelled it Jey. What the hell? Why not? So I pick him.
Yeah, not Jay, Jey.
Not even close. So Jay. So that's how I say it.
All right, we got a 3-way for Jay going over Jimmy.
Because Jimmy's spelled correctly.
This Saturday. It is.
Yeah.
Which
the guy
really
who spells it correctly. He has no
really throw you off, Coach JC, is their real names are Jonathan and
what?
Jimmy's real name is John.
What?
And I think Jay's name. Well, who's Jay? Do you remember Rock offhand?
Oh, I don't.
Jonathan and I don't know if he's
remember, this is only a 30-minute show. Don't get sidetracked.
I know.
You got more to go on.
Better move on. Jade Cargill.
We got the ICP champions.
Not yet. We got Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi teaming up against Damage Control, the team of Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Dakota Kai, the women's tag team champions. Who do you got, guys?
Pick a Damage Control. That's what I'm saying.
All right, Coach JC,
Damage Control is awesome. They've been on a hot streak all year long, but there's no way they're going to let they're going to let, oh my gosh, what's her name, drop or lose at her WrestleMania debut.
I would say 100% with that. I think Jade Cargill's the star of this one, and the tag titles are not on the line, so it's not going to hurt Damage Control to take the L in this one.
No, definitely, yeah. Jade Cargill and her team is definitely going to win that match.
All right, and we got the semi-main, which is the Intercontinental Championship. Coach JC, we got Gunther, the Ring General, against Sami Zayn. What you got there?
I'm only picking Sammy because I'm thinking samurai. And then I'm also thinking samurai teriyaki chicken. That's why I'm picking Sammy. Not really thinking about Gunther because I don't even know if that's a real name.
Walter's old ring name.
As much as I love samurai teriyaki chicken, and that sounds absolutely fantastic right now, I am probably Gunther's biggest fan. That guy has just really transformed the game. He's made the IC title cool. He's made it fun. And he's incredible to watch in the ring. I mean, this dude is just a straight up smash mouth powerhouse in your face. And that's not to take anything away from Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn has really stepped up his game, and almost to the point to where last year, I almost believed Sami Zayn might have been the guy to beat Roman Reigns. I mean, he sold me that much, but I got to go with Gunther. He is just he is on the roll of a lifetime, and it's just hard to bet against him. WWE is doing this thing where they're making these titles long. They're trying to rebuild the credibility of like these champions and reestablish the prestige of these belts. And how can you bet against Gunther in that? That's exactly what he's done. He finally beat the honky tonk man's reign. But the question therein lies is if Gunther does retain, who's there really left to take the belt? I mean, Gunther is definitely a world champion material for sure.
I'm changing my idea now. I'm going with Gunther. Yeah, because
that's my prediction.
He sold me. He sold me. I don't know.
Coach JC pivoting from the chicken.
Well, I don't know, man. I was thinking teriyaki chicken. Teriyaki chicken sounded good too. But then he was like, you know what? You want to throw some vegetables on there? And I was like, that sounds good. But it might hurt my Gunther. So I'm going with Gunther. So
yeah, as am I. I think there's probably only titles changing hand this night. One is going to be the tag titles, and
so
especially with two teams
suck balls after the first.
Well, match. We got the last one. Steps on the line. This will be on the line, either a no bloodline match or a bloodline rules match, depending on who wins. We have the final boss, The Rock, teaming with the Tribal Chief, Universal Champion Roman Reigns. They will battle Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins for the main event of night one. What do you got, guys?
Take it away, Coach.
I think that we're going to have to give it to The Rock because we're going to have to keep the storyline going.
Rocky?
Yeah, I definitely think we're going to have Rock and Roman Reigns win this because it just will add that stipulation for night two. It'll add that much more pressure for Cody if he can somehow overcome even more odds and win the belt. If Cody and Rollins wins this match, it's almost a surefire deal. He's going to win the belt. Or I could totally see WWE swerving us. Cody and Rollins win it. Everyone thinks that Cody's going to win the belt. And then, of course, bloodline shenanigans happens anyways. Or Rock pulls a TKO boss card. And who knows what could happen. But my prediction is definitely the odds are going to be fully stacked against Cody going into night two. So I'm going with Rock and Roman.
It really means nothing when you throw out Solo from the main event last year and he comes back with a hoodie on and fucking hits him with a Samoan spike to cost him the belt anyway. So you might as well just do the bloodline rules match here and make it a free-for-all, which is what I think the consensus is for all three is going to happen here, folks. So that ends our predictions for night one.
Then that means Cody's friends can come too, and we can just have a massive clusterfuck for a main event. So.
Or someone could cost them it. or The Rock could turn on Roman Reigns. So we'll find out. We'll give our prediction there at the end of the night 2. So let's jump right in with that. So to go into night 2, we got Seth.
Hold on. We got to do a night 2 music. All right. Night 2.
All right.
Night 2 coming out. Let's go. Go Rock and MC. Tell us who's going to win.
Is this royalty-free music?
Yes.
All right, we got
And
Seth.
go.
And we got the opener. Seth is going to defend his title against Drew McIntyre, guest commentator CM Punk. Who do you got, guys?
I got CM Punk.
He's the guest commentator. He's not in the match.
Dude, he's going to jump in. He's going to wrestle.
He has to.
He
He has
probably
to
He's going to
will.
get in.
Yeah.
He probably will. So
What do you think?
I'll try not to take too much time on this, but this is my most excited. Like, this is the match I'm excited for the most, hands down. Drew McIntyre is my pick, and he has been on the roll of a lifetime. This is hands down Drew McIntyre's best work. This is the work that we all wanted to see when he was the chosen one. And I'm not going to say who gave him that name, but way back when he was dubbed the chosen one, this was the work that we all wanted to see and that we all knew Drew McIntyre was capable of. And he's finally come full circle. And this has been the most fun I've ever had watching Drew McIntyre. One of the best heels, hands down some of his best work. If the listeners have not watched Drew McIntyre's eulogy for CM Punk and Seth Rollins, it is genius. It is so well done. It's on YouTube. Go watch it right now. Drew McIntyre is finally going to have his moment. New World Heavyweight Champion Drew McIntyre all the way.
Coach, you're froze there. Well, I'll give him a shot to get his parents, unless you want me to go first.
You can go. I'm just playing.
I'm going to pick Seth. I'm just going to think CM Punk is going to cost him it. I think, especially if Rollins loses night 1. Copyright strike. That's the copyright strike.
I just wanted to
no
play
money
that
for you,
I wanted to play that
motherfuckers.
for Rock since he was going off about it. So go ahead.
So I got Seth I think CM Punk's going to cost him it. I believe Seth will lose in the first night. I don't think he's going to lose twice. And I think maybe there's a cash in, maybe, depending on what else happens. I wouldn't bet against it, especially if they lose both their titles. It would be perfectly set up for a Damian Priest cash in, but I think Drew gets screwed by CM Punk. That's why he's there. And,
I'm picking Tyson.
And that's what I'm going with Seth on this one.
I'm picking Tyson.
Or Drew gets his moment, and then there's the cash in. Punk hits him with the GTS or something, and then there's the cash in. And so it's like, yeah, Drew technically won at WrestleMania. He technically became the champion, but it lasted all 30 seconds.
Yeah, he could get a GTS, and could get a GTS and then cash in. So yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. Keeps it open.
Now that I stand here in the 3 with you guys, I just realized how small my mouth is. My mouth is very tiny. All right. Anyways,
random observation.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm picking Tyson. If you're gonna vote, Tyson.
All right, we have a neutral there from Coach JC. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits.
Bobby Lashley still wrestles too.
Yes,
God,
he's still around.
Does.
Yes. I think the Pride
he hasn't aged
is
a
what
bit.
they're calling themselves.
All right.
He looks
he
exactly
doesn't look any different for sure. I think they're unofficially known as the Pride, so they take on the Final Testament, the group of Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain with Scarlett and Paul Ellering. Who do you got there, Rock?
I can't go wrong with Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain, man. I mean, they were kind of boring at first, but I love Karrion Kross. I think this is going to be a good moment for him. I think this is his opportunity to really try to make himself stand out. You know, it's kind of a weird deal when you get paired into a tag team randomly because they don't really have anything for you, which is exactly what I think is happening with Karrion Kross. But a lot of times that you can take that and you can, essentially take chicken shit and make chicken salad. And I think that this is an opportunity for Karrion Kross to do that. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, they've been around for a while. They've kind of had their moments. So I'm going with Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain. This is going to be their time.
Coach, you got a skin in this game?
I agree with Rock. I'm totally down with Karrion Kross and hot cross buns. Hot cross buns. I'm going with hot cross buns.
I think it was last year screwed out of his moment last year. Maybe the Profits won last year. I think it makes sense for the Final Testament to win. I think this is where the new Wyatt family debuts, and I think they might cost the Final Testament. So I'm going to go on a limb and say the Pride will win this one with some help from the new Wyatt.
That's kind of a cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Led by Bo Wyatt. If they change his name,
okay with that.
maybe he's still Uncle Howdy. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of what people are thinking. So, let's go to the next match. I know we're getting short on time. AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Who do you have?
AJ Styles still wrestles too? What
yes,
the
he
fuck,
is.
man?
Yes.
They got any new people?
LA Knight. LA Knight is new.
Like,
LA Knight is
Jake
new.
the
Yeah.
Snake Roberts wrestling.
Who do you got, Rock?
It's got to be LA Knight, man. LA Knight was on the roll of a lifetime, and it really feels like he kind of got shoved to the side with CM Punk coming back, The Rock coming back, all these big, returns. He kind of got pushed aside. So I want to see LA Knight get back on top. I wanted
Styles.
to see him win the title too. Didn't happen. So I'm going with LA Knight.
AJ Styles.
JC Styles.
AJ Styles. That's right. We're going
I
with
love AJ Styles. Don't
abbreviations.
I want to see LA Knight's moment.
Yeah, I got LA Knight too. I think AJ has got his share of WrestleMania victories. You kind of need to
you're wrong.
Have LA Knight win, or his momentum is completely destroyed.
Yeah, he'll go to AEW.
All right, we got 3 title matches. He'll go AEW. Got 3. He had his chance. He has 3 title matches in a row here. The first of which, the U.S. title on the line in a triple threat match.
Holy
Logan
crap.
Paul defends against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. What do you got?
You can't get Logan Paul or whatever his fucking name. Yeah, Logan Paul.
He's the champ. He's the champ. What do you got?
Dipshit.
I'm going to take Logan Paul. Who do you got, Rock?
RKO.
JC's got
As
RKO.
a fan, I want to see KO do it. I think the U.S. title's beneath Randy Orton, but who's actually going to win? Who's bringing the money in? Logan Paul, hands down. So my pick, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul for the two of us.
Instagram. It's Instagram's fault.
Coach JC has got Orton. He might be right. You never know.
His brother was just at one of my friend's comedy shows, and they got heckled him. So,
Jake Paul.
Yep.
Ooh, did he knock him out?
You know what he called a comedian? He said, "You're dressed like Halloween." What the fuck does that even mean? So, and the comic just ripped him up. The comic ripped him apart. If you ever want to look it up, Jeff Dye talks to Logan.
And Jake didn't knock him out afterwards?
No, he thought it was funny, but it was just funny. So he's at one of my friend's comedy shows, and he was heckling one of my fellow comedians. And it was just funny because his comment was, "You look like Halloween," which makes no sense because he was dressed. The guy made jokes about how he dressed like an adult. So I don't want to see the Paul brothers win at all. So please do not let them, just take them out of the whole entire world so we can get back to
just
reality.
Take them out.
Just take them out. Yeah, just get rid of them. Take them off so we don't have to see their shit anymore.
Big storm going on in the background here. We got 2 more matches. Io Sky defends her WWE Women's Championship against Bayley. Who do you got, Rock?
I am definitely going to go with Bayley in this one, just because she had her big baby face turn. Damage Control betrayed her, or however it went down. I think Bayley is definitely going to be taking this one. Plus, Io Sky she hasn't had a whole lot of momentum getting behind her, so definitely got to put my money on
Bayley. I like Bayley.
Rock, you got her. JC, you got Bayley.
I've liked her. I've liked her since she's been part of the whole WWE network. I think she's a good character, and I like her.
The anime girl, yeah, she was fun.
She's part of the round table sometimes on the Rivals.
Yeah,
on A&E.
I think she's good.
And finally, the Bloodline rules, as we all predict will happen.
Ooh.
WWE Championship on the line. Universal Championship. Roman Reigns defends against Cody Rhodes. This is the big one, folks. We teased it a little bit on our last episode talking about The Rock and such. Who do you have?
Well, I have a question. We just mentioned,
providing we have enough time.
Maybe we have about 10 minutes. I didn't know the first one you talked about, Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes versus Final Boss and the Tribal Chief, right?
Yeah, that was the tag team main event of night one. That determines
they're gonna
the rules for
again?
this match. It determines the rules for this match, and then Seth wrestles again. So everybody but The Rock wrestles twice, but The Rock will be involved in this match. He's not going to not be there. So
he's going to wrestle at some point. He's going to interfere.
He's wrestling night one, so yeah,
he's going to interfere. He's going to interfere on Sunday.
Yes. Intentional or not? Does he cost Roman?
It doesn't matter.
Does he help Roman? That's the key. So what do you think is going to happen? Who's winning?
Well, what would be the benefit of him costing Roman?
Future matchup between the two of them.
What would be the benefit of him not costing Roman?
Cody versus The Rock at SummerSlam, possibly. So
that I think is going to be the main event. So I think if that's the case, then what is it? Cody Rhodes has to win.
He would have to. Well, he'd either win defending the title against Rock, or he'd lose because of Rock, or some other shenanigans, and then eventually face
somehow
The Rock
it has to end up with Cody Rhodes versus The Rock, and that's the way it's going to have to end up. So
you're picking Cody?
Yep.
What do you think, Rock? You had Roman last episode. You had Roman never losing. Yeah. You want me to choose first and be the tiebreaker?
Before I make my prediction here, we got to really kind of dive into the business side of things here. So, since we got some time to talk about this, the fans obviously want Cody Rhodes to win this. I mean, there's no question about it. The fans are pining for it. This match wasn't even supposed to happen. It was supposed to be Roman Rock. And then it was supposed to be Cody and probably Rollins for the 18th time. You know, this match wasn't supposed to happen, but it's happening because of the fans, or the Cody crybabies, as the Final Boss calls them. And so it's going to be really, really difficult to decide, like, if Cody loses, it's very possible we could have a riot at WrestleMania. I mean, it would not surprise me at all.
It is a Philly crowd. It is a Philly crowd. You never know.
Yeah,
it is
exactly. And when you saw
Philadelphia
last year's WrestleMania, when Roman Reigns won, the hush and silence over the crowd, and then you saw some of the fan cam footage of people, grown men, having fits, throwing their cups and their programs.
Cody hit by a chicken. Remember that at the end? Like he choked? Yeah, that was pretty funny, actually.
They threw a real chicken.
They threw a rubber chicken like they would heckle a comedian. Like, what would happen if you got hit by
no one throws fucking chickens at comics. I don't know what show you're watching.
Hey, I can personally say in my career, I have been hit with a rubber chicken. I've had a rubber chicken thrown at me. I've even slipped on a rubber chicken in the middle of a match. Okay, those things suck.
But you weren't doing comedy. Okay, that's what Mark.
I wasn't doing comedy.
Mark, for some reason, thinks that. I'm sorry, MC. Some reason thinks that, like,
I don't know. There's a Mark guy. You're talking about
someone's throwing chickens. They're like, let's bring chickens to the comedy show so we can.
Somebody thought Cody might lose and threw a rubber chicken at him.
That's pretty funny, though. That's
humiliating him.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, it is. He tells that story. I don't know if you heard this before, that he just is sitting there all dejected, and he looks at a guy who just shrugs at him like, "Why'd you lose, motherfucker? Why'd you lose?" And Cody's story, like, the fuck, I let that guy down.
Throw a chicken at him.
So funny. Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta go.
So anyways,
it's hard to pick against Roman.
Dude, it's gonna
back
happen.
to the match.
I think it has to be Cody.
For the business. For the business. It's for the business.
I think it has to be Cody. It would be really stupid to do this again. If they do that to him,
down the road. So my pick officially is Roman Reigns, and the reason why Roman Reigns is going to retain the title is because he is so close to beating Hulk Hogan's reign of, I think, 1,487 days or something. And Roman is like 1370 or something. He's like less than 100 days away from beating Hulk Hogan's reign. And to me, it makes the WWE is very particular about records and reigns and things like that. No one has come close to even remotely close to catching up to Hulk Hogan's reign, let alone anybody else's. And Hulk Hogan is what, number 3, the third longest reign. The only 2 people above him was Bob Backlund and Bruno Sammartino. Maybe there was a third one because there was 2 Bruno runs. So I think technically that puts Hogan as number 4. But no one has ever come close to beating that run. And it just, to me, it seems like it would be so weird if WWE didn't let Roman win it. Now, I can't see any other way. Like, I could totally see Roman retaining the belt and then Cody winning it at SummerSlam. But would that be the moment that all the fans are clamoring for? I don't think so. I really don't. They want to see Cody win this belt, not the heavyweight title. They want to see him win the WWE title because this was the one that Dusty never won. So it's got to be the WWE title, and it's got to be at WrestleMania. So as hard as it is to make a prediction here, could we see Cody win it at next year's? Yes, for sure. There's no way he would lose 3 times in a row. But my prediction is definitely going to be Roman Reigns.
Why do this if you have him lose again? This is, I know last year he said, I don't lose, and didn't listen to him, and he won. Now he lost his first 2, so maybe that's their thing to Cody. Hey, business is on top. It's the most money it's being made under Roman, so there's a huge case for Roman to retain and do what you're saying. Hold it, beat Hogan's record. It's just, why are you doing this to Cody again if you do it? And I could see it. Seth can turn on him. Maybe they a fuck up happens in night 1. They lose, goes the bloodline rules. Seth maybe looks like he's trying to help. It looks like it was an accident. Maybe it was intentional because he's Roman's boy. A lot of people aren't talking about that. They keep thinking, like I was thinking, Rock's going to turn on him and have Rock and Roman. It might be Seth. So it's a very well, and that might happen too with his title too. If you have Drew beat him, the only way to maybe redeem Seth is to have him cost Cody here. So, and he has a reason to cost him it. You didn't choose me. So it's a good chance we might see that. So I probably still got to take Cody, but I think that's a very likely scenario. The Roman wins. I wouldn't be surprised.
Absolutely. What I will say is if Roman does win this match, it will be under the most heartbreaking, soul-crushing, cheap heel shenanigans you'll ever see. It's not going to be a clean victory. It's not going to be nowhere near that. It's going to be interference. It's going to be all the entire world coming down on Cody. Every possible issue, he's going to overcome every single odd up until the very last one that he just can't overcome, and that's going to be the final blow, and then that's going to be retention, and that'll be his argument going into WrestleMania 41. Is that, look, it took everything for you to beat me, and it took everything, and then he'll finally get his clean match made.
That's possible, so, and I know we're getting to wrap up.
I'm still standing behind my decision of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and you might be right. I could see it happening. So this is going to be a fun one, folks. It's going to be a fun one.
It is.
Me podcast, you listen, WrestleMania review with MC and Ramrock. Ramrock, we wish you well. We thank you for being on the show with us.
Appreciate it, buddy.
We appreciate you being on here with us tonight and doing 2 episodes as well. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out Me Podcast. You listen. Also go to Ramrock. And Ramrock, what's your Instagram?
The Real Ramrock at Instagram.
The Real Ramrock. Also on Facebook.
Yep. The Ramrock.